structure of atom. We have learnt that matter is made up of particles called atom. These atoms are the basic units of matter. Just like a cell is a basic unit of all living organisms, atom is a basic unit of matter. In this chapter, we will learn the structure of this atom. The first thing we must know is atoms are made up of 3 subatomic particles. We have the proton, the electron, and the neutron. These are the 3 particles present in the atom. When it comes to charge, the proton is positively charged, the electron is negatively charged, and the neutron is neutral. We'll now go into the parts of the atom. The atom has a central portion called the nucleus. And in this nucleus are present the protons and the neutrons. So let's write this point. We have the central nucleus. When we talk about the structure of the atom, we have the nucleus. And in the nucleus, the particles present are protons and neutrons. Now the electrons, they revolve around the nucleus in orbits. So we have orbits around the nucleus, and in these orbits are present the electrons. So the atom, you can say, is made up of the nucleus, and then it has another part which are the orbits. And these electrons are present in these orbits. They revolve round the nucleus in these orbits. So here we have the central nucleus. And we said in the nucleus we have the protons and the neutrons. If I were to ask you what would be the charge of the nucleus, now you know the protons are positively charged. Hence we can say the charge on the nucleus is positive. So there's another point we need to remember, that charge on the nucleus is positive, or nucleus is positively charged. So you can say the atom is like a solar system. We have the sun, which represents the nucleus, and all the planets, which represent the electrons, revolving around the nucleus. So all these revolve around the nucleus, the electrons. So to go over the slide again, we said that matter is made up of atoms, and atoms are made up of 3 subatomic particles. These are called the subatomic particles. And the subatomic particles are protons, electrons, neutrons. Protons positively charged, electron negatively charged, neutrons are neutral. The protons and the neutrons are present in the nucleus. This is present in the nucleus. Neutrons also present in the nucleus, while electrons are present in the orbits around the nucleus. They revolve in the orbits around the nucleus. Now we'll see what is atomic number. Atomic number of an atom is the number of protons present in one atom of an element. That is called the atomic number. So remember, atomic number is the number of protons. Now we usually denote it by, it is denoted by the letter Z. Z. So if I say an atom, for an atom Z equal to 1, which means atom has 1 proton. And you know where is the proton present? In the nucleus. If I say Z equal to 2, means atom has 2 protons. And so on. Suppose I say Z equal to 12, means atom has 12 protons. The second point we need to remember is the number of protons is always equal to number of electrons in an atom. So in an atom, number of protons is equal to number of electrons. Which means if an atom has, say, 6 protons, the electrons will also be 6. Now the protons carry a positive charge, so the charge will be plus 6. And the electron carries a negative charge, so it will be minus 6. So the total charge will be 0. So an atom is always electrically neutral. Atom is neutral. Why neutral? Because the number of protons equal to number of electrons. Reason is the number of positive charge, which are protons, is equal to number of negative charge, which are electrons. So let's write that. So number of positive charge, which in this case are protons, is equal to number of negative charge, which in this case are electrons. So atom is electrically neutral. So in this slide you have learned what is atomic number. We said atomic number is number of protons in an atom, and in an atom the number of protons always equal to number of electrons, and hence the atom is electrically neutral. Now we go into mass number of atom. The mass number of atom is the total number of protons and neutrons present in an atom. In one atom of an element is called the mass number. Now why are electrons not included here? So electrons have negligible mass. You can't say no mass because it is matter, has got negligible mass. So although the atom is made up of 3 particles, we see the protons, the neutrons and the electrons. The mass of the atom should have been protons plus neutrons plus electrons, but the mass of the atom is only protons plus neutrons. This is mass number. The neutrons are not included because they have negligible mass. They have a charge, but they have negligible mass. So when I say mass of an atom or mass number, means protons plus neutrons. And where are these protons and neutrons present? They are present in the nucleus. So now I can say the mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus. So we can say mass of atom is concentrated in the nucleus. Why is the mass concentrated in the nucleus? Because we have the nucleus here, and around it are the electrons revolving around it. This is an atom. The heavy particles, which are the protons plus the neutrons, are present in the nucleus, and the negligible mass, that is the electrons, are present outside. So I say all the mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus. Nucleus is the heaviest part of the atom. And of course, we know it is positively charged because the protons are positively charged. So in this slide, we learned what was mass number. We said mass number is protons plus the neutrons. We do not include the electrons here because electrons have negligible mass. So in an atom, the mass is only protons plus neutrons. Electrons are not included because they have negligible mass. So the mass number is protons plus neutrons. And the mass number is always denoted as capital M. It's denoted as capital A, not capital M. It's denoted by capital A. So we learned that mass number which is denoted as A is equal to protons plus neutrons, and we have the atomic number which is denoted as Z equal to protons. Now when there is an element written, we usually write it in this manner. Suppose carbon, we write carbon, we write 12 and 6. What does this mean? When we have an element, the symbol of an element, on the top, the number on the top here is mass number, and the number here is written as the atomic number. So when I have carbon 12, 6, its mass number, which is denoted as M, as A, equal to 12, and atomic number, which is Z, equal to 6. Let's take another example like helium. Helium mass number equal to 4 and atomic number equal to 2. So how will you write helium? You write helium, the mass you write up, and the atomic number you write 2. Let's take the example, another example of sodium. Sodium has mass number as 23 and atomic number as 11. So we write sodium 23 up, 11 down. So the number on the top gives us the mass number, which is proton plus neutrons, and this gives us protons, atomic number. Now we go on to the sum here. Find the atomic number and the mass number of this element where protons are given as 12, electrons 12, and neutrons also 12. Now when we want to find atomic number, we know atomic number is number of protons. So in this case, you see the number of protons is 12. So I write the atomic number as 12. Now when we want mass number, Mass number is protons plus neutrons. So we know protons is 12, neutrons is 12, so mass number will be 24. Now for this atom, number of protons, neutrons and electrons are given. Let us first find the mass number. The mass number we denote as A, and the mass number is protons plus neutrons. So we saw the protons are 17 here and the neutrons are 18. So the mass will be 17 plus 18, which is 35. Now to find the atomic number, denoted as Z, is number of protons, only protons, which is equal to 17. Now here is yet another atom with protons 18, electrons 18 and neutrons 22. So we'll find the mass number. Mass number is denoted as A and is equal to protons plus neutrons. The protons here are 18 and the neutrons 22. So when you add them up together, you get 40. So mass number is 40 and atomic number Z equal to only protons. And here protons are 18. So that is your atomic number. So if you were to write this element, say it is X and I don't know what is the symbol, you write 40 on the top here and 18 out here. So here's the element lithium, and in this case we must find number of protons, electrons and neutrons. Now lithium is written as, this is symbol of lithium, there's a 7 up and 3. This is the mass number, so mass number equal to 7 and atomic number equal to 3. Now mass number equal to protons plus neutrons. Now mass number is given as 7 and number of protons, this will be number of protons because atomic number is number of protons. So this is 3 and neutrons we don't know. So neutrons will be 7 minus 3 and that is 4. So if you notice the neutrons, how did we find the neutrons? We subtracted mass number minus atomic number. We got 4. So here we know the number of protons is atomic number, which is 3. Electrons will also be 3 because protons is equal to electrons, and the neutrons we calculated as 4. Let's do the same procedure for oxygen. Oxygen is written as 16, 9. That means its mass number is 16. And remember, mass is protons plus neutrons. Its atomic number is 8. And remember, atomic number is only protons. So we start solving it. We do mass number is protons plus neutrons. Now mass is 16. The protons we know is 8 because atomic number is 8, and neutrons. So neutrons is 16 minus 8. So 8 equal to the neutrons. So protons equal to 8 because that's atomic number. Electrons will also be 8 because protons are equal to electrons always, and neutrons we have calculated equal to also 8. We take example of aluminium 2713. So mass number equal to 27. Now what is mass number? Protons plus neutrons is 27, and atomic number equal to 13. And what is atomic number? Just protons. So let's start with this equation. We know mass number equal to protons plus neutrons. Mass is 27, which is protons plus neutrons. So 27 equal to, and we know the protons is 13 because atomic number here is given as 13. So for protons I'll put 13 plus n. So n will be 27 minus 13. So the number of neutrons will be 14. So if I were to write its subatomic particles, the electrons will be equal to the protons. Electrons is 13, protons equal to 13, and neutrons we already found out as 14. What is meant by atomic number of an element? Atomic number of an element is the number of protons present in an atom of the element. So atomic number is the number of protons present. It is represented by letter Z, and it is a characteristic of an element. What do you mean by characteristic of an element? Like carbon has atomic number 12, 6, not 12. Oxygen has atomic number 8. Hydrogen has atomic number 1. That's number of protons. Define the mass number of an element. The total number of protons and neutrons. Total number of protons and neutrons present in an atom of an element is known as mass number. So mass number equal to protons plus neutrons, and it is represented by the letter A. Name the particles which determine the mass of an atom. The mass of an atom is determined by protons and neutrons. They are present in the nucleus of an atom. Now, electrons have got negligible mass, and hence they do not include the mass number. It is only the protons and the neutrons which actually determine the mass of an atom, because electrons have got negligible mass. Which nuclear particles is present in the same fixed number in the atoms of any particular element, and that is protons. The protons, number of protons is always fixed. The electrons could change, that we will see later, but the number of protons is fixed in an atom. And we know this number. What do we call this number? We know we call this number the atomic number. So number of protons is called atomic number of the element. The mass of an element is 23. So let's write this. Mass number equal to 23, and it contains 11 electrons. So number of electrons equal to 11. What is the number of protons and neutrons? Now, what is mass number? We know mass number is protons plus neutrons. We also know that number of electrons is equal to number of protons in a neutral atom. So we want to find the neutrons now. So let's do the sum. We said mass number equal to protons plus neutrons. Now mass we know is 23. Now number of protons, the electrons are given, but number of electrons are also equal to number of protons in an atom. Remember, in an atom, number of electrons is equal to number of protons. So protons, now I'll put 11, and neutrons is n. So n equal to 23 minus 11, and that is 12 equal to neutrons. So number of neutrons equal to 12. And this is another part of this sum, and here they are asking what is the atomic number of the element. Now atomic number equal to number of protons, and here we know number of protons is 11. Number of electrons are given 11, but number of electrons, I repeat, is equal to number of protons. So it is atomic number is 11. An element M has mass number 24. So let's write that. Mass number 24. Do you remember what is mass number? Mass number is number of protons plus neutrons. And atomic number 12. Atomic number 12. What is atomic number? Is just protons. We have to find the number of neutrons. So we got this equation 1 here. So we will say protons plus neutrons, mass number is 24. Now we know in this equation 2, we know protons is 12. So 12, because atomic number is 12, so protons is 12, so equal to 24. So the neutrons is 24 minus 12, neutrons is 12. So number of neutrons equal to 12. The mass number of an element is 18. So mass number equal to 18. And what is mass number? Protons plus neutrons. It contains 7 electrons. So number of electrons equal to 7. And remember, this also will be number of protons, that is P. What is the number of protons and neutrons in it? Number of protons will be 7, we know, because number of electrons equal to number of protons. I think we need to write this. In a neutral atom, number of electrons equal to number of protons. So we know electrons were 7, which is equal to number of protons. So number of protons is 7. Now for neutrons, we are going to take this equation. It's equation 1. We know the mass equal to proton plus neutron, which is equal to 18. Now protons were 7 plus n, neutrons 18. So n equal to 18 minus 7. So n equal to 11. Next is, what is the atomic number of the element? Atomic number is number of protons. So number of protons here is 7. An atom contains 3 protons, 3 electrons and 4 neutrons. We need to find its atomic number. We know atomic number equal to protons, number of protons, and number of protons here are 3, so atomic number is 3. The next we need to find the mass number. So mass number is protons plus neutrons. Protons 3, neutrons have given 4, so mass number is 7. Atom of an element is represented by X. Let me just write this first, X, and this is 9 and here it is 4. 9 will represent the mass number, the number on the top always, and 4 will represent the atomic number. Now we can answer the questions. What does the figure here 9 indicate? We have already written that 9 indicates the mass number. What does 4 indicate? Atomic number. Next is, what are the number of protons present in the atom? Let's write it here. Number of protons is always equal to atomic number. And in this case, we saw the atomic number is 4. So number of protons are 4. Then what are the number of, I will take up fifth point, what are the number of electrons? So number of electrons equal to number of protons, because it's a neutral atom, which will also be 4. So protons are always equal to electrons. Now we have to find the neutrons. To find the neutrons, we know mass number. Mass number is always equal to protons plus neutrons. Mass number given to us is 9. Protons we know are 4. So the neutrons will be 9 minus 4, 5 equal to the number of neutrons. Fill in the blanks in the following statements. The number of protons in the nucleus, the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom is its atomic number. The total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom is its mass number. Mass number is protons plus neutrons. Like, let me draw the nucleus. Here we have the central nucleus, and in the central nucleus we have the protons and neutrons. This gives a mass number, and the electrons revolve around the nucleus. Protons are always equal to electrons in a neutral atom. The protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged. An atom has atomic mass 23 and atomic number 11. The atom has dashed electrons. Now, number of electrons is equal to number of protons, and we know number of protons is atomic number. Here they've said the atomic number is 11. Atomic number equal to 11 means number of protons equal to 11, which means number of electrons also 11. So the answer here is 11. Complete the following statement. An atom has 11 protons. Let me write that. Protons equal to 11. 11 electrons. Electrons equal to 11. And 12 neutrons. Neutrons also equal to 12. Find the atomic mass. Now, atomic mass equal to protons plus neutrons. Now, protons we see are 11. Here they've given protons 11, neutrons 12. So this is 11 plus 12, which is 23. So atomic mass is 23. Of course, you always write U for it, for atomic mass. In the nucleus of an atom, if the nucleus of the atom has atomic number 17, atomic number is 17, mass number 37, and there are 17 electrons outside the nucleus. Outside the nucleus, the number of neutrons in it is. So we have number of electrons equal to 17, and that is expected because number of protons equal to number of electrons. Atomic number is number of protons. Mass number is protons plus neutrons, which is 37. So protons plus neutrons is 37, that is mass. Now protons is 17. Here we have protons is 17 plus neutrons is 37. So neutrons 37 minus 17. So neutrons is 20. Fill in the following blanks. So here atomic number is given 10. and you know atomic number is protons. Mass number is protons plus neutrons. So mass is 22, which is protons plus neutrons. This is only protons. So we're going to start from here. We say protons plus neutrons equal to 22. But the protons are given to us as 10. So 10 plus neutrons 22. Neutrons 22 minus 10. Neutrons is 12. So let's fill in here. The protons will be also 10. Here also 10 because atomic number is 10. The electrons also will be 10. Protons and electrons are equal. And the neutrons we have calculated as 12. And atomic number 10 is neon. The symbol is Ne. It is neon. Neon is the only element has got atomic number 10. No other element will have atomic number 10. You fill in the following with respect of an atom. Number of protons, let's write here, they said is 11. Next they've given neutrons equal to 12. Now we have to find the mass number. Here is the mass number. Now you know for mass number we do protons plus neutrons. So mass number equal to protons plus neutrons, that is 11 plus 12, 23. So here I'll put 23. Next I need to find atomic number. Atomic number is number of protons. So atomic number equal to number of protons. And number of protons we see is 11. So here I put 11. Now number of electrons will also be 11. Why? Because number of protons equal to number of electrons. So equal to electrons, 11. And the symbol of this is 11. Number of protons is 11, means atomic number 11. Atomic number 11 is sodium. The sodium atom has got atomic number 11.